All right, we're live. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of In the Pocket, presented by CrossBonesMMA. My name is Eddie Law. That is Nick Pilecki, doing our thing once again. And on a week where it's been kind of a weird week as far as MMA goes. We obviously had, Mark Hunt versus Frank Mir this last weekend. The longest thing I've ever watched, government-wise on the internet yesterday, which is, New York trying to debate, I guess, whether or not MMA should be legal in the state of New York. And of course, we got the rumor mill and fights that are being made and all sorts of stuff. Nate vs. Connor 2, knows one, he got fired, all this shit. So let's get started with the top. Let's recap last weekend's card. Mark Hunt versus Frank Mir over in Brisbane, Queensland, Australia. All right, so the night started here with Alan Patrick Silva. Alan Patrick Silva Alves. How many names can Brazilians have? That's a lot. But Alan Patrick getting a decision win over Damian Brown. Ross Pearson gets a split decision win over Chad Laprice, which I did not at all agree with. Did you watch that fight?
I did, and I didn't agree with it either. I'm totally in the same boat as you. What the fuck is this? Okay. Sorry.
You still fucking with Chrome?
Yeah, and then keep stupid shit. I'm trying to get to the fight card. Shit keeps popping up.
All right. So, I thought Chad Laprice got robbed. For real. I thought Ross Pearson did not pull enough, but Ross Pearson kind of deserves the one to go his way once in a while. I think he's been screwed plenty of times. All right, after that, Viscardi Andrade gets a decision win over Richard Walsh. Then Leslie Smith, a decision win over Rin Nakai, which is kind of funny. But this Nakai chick gave Miesha Tate a hard fight. Yeah. But I don't think it was like the best Miesha Tate we've seen either. So I mean, every time Rin Nakai fights, this is a weird fight.
It was. I don't know. I gave props to her. She stuck in there and kept grinding for that takedown and trying to grind it. And I don't know. It was an entertaining fight to me. I don't know.
Andrew retweeting over. Evening, ladies. You are not in 4K tonight. Good. We don't blame you. Yeah, right. After that, Dan Hooker gets a submission, a guillotine choke win over Markadiva. Then Alan Joban TKO's Brandon O'Reilly, which is actually a pretty bomb fucking fight. Then Beck Rawlings is a decision win over Seohee Ham, which I did not watch because I was driving to my friend's house. And honestly, I kind of skipped Beck Rawlings fights anyway. Did you watch it?
Nope, I skipped it too. I was on my way to the bar that I was watching it since I was out of town.
They should look up those numbers. How many people just turned off FS1 for like 25 minutes when Beck Rawlings went up? After that, Steve Boss gets a knockout win over James Tahuna. That was weird. I did not see that happening, dude. I thought James Tahuna was going to win by knockout. Turns out James Tahuna's chin doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought too. I was like, damn, all right. Well, that happened.
Yeah, his chin be gone. Andrew Reed saying, as I was at the Brilliant Muay Thai event, could you cover a few of the earlier fights, please? For sure. So let's talk about the ones that were they're probably the most notable ones. Well, first of all, the Ross Pearson fight, Chad Laprice kicked the shit out of him, right?
Yeah. And
I thought he had it pretty clearly unanimous, and it went to split to Ross Pearson. Of course, Ross Pearson's been screwed plenty of times. We all remember the Diego Sanchez win or loss. Yeah. That was weird. And then Alan Joban with the elbows and punches, man. What do you think of look? Alan Joban is like a guy that's like he's a model and he fights, and no one can believe it, right?
Yeah.
But he's good. He's really good. And he actually, after the fight, the post-fight interview, he was like, I needed to come back and restore the fans' faith in me. To me, that was kind of weird. Oh, and then Nick froze. It's great. All right. So while I wait for Nick to get back here and fix his computer, after that, Steve Butts is the knockout winner, James Tahuna. James Tahuna's chin is pretty much done. It's gone. And I would not be surprised if he's out of the UFC at this point. His record's not great. Then Jake Matthews gets a rear naked choke win over Johnny Case.
And I think I'm back. Yes, I think I'm
there
back.
We go.
Okay.
All right. So what did you think on Joban since you're back?
Joban was great. I really enjoyed that fight. I expected it to be a longer fight, but hey, it was very entertaining in my opinion. It was great.
And Andrew G says that Alan Joban was training with John Wayne Parr, Muay Thai killer.
Yeah, I don't know. It was really. I don't know. I can see Joban slowly climbing up the ranks, but he needs to bring himself out there more.
He will. He's a model. That's the thing. Let me think of it this way. Look, and the fact that he's a model makes sense, right? Because Paige Van Zandt wasn't shit when she fought Rose. Rose dismantled her, right? But Paige Van Zandt, when she got pushed, she's hot, right? Okay. I know Joe Biden's gonna get a push at some point. It's gonna happen. Women watch UFC too. I mean, this is what, like when the NFL started trying to bring women into the fold and getting more women to watch football and all that. The UFC is gonna get to that point at some point soon. If they're not already doing it. Yeah. So moving on here, Jake Matz gets a rear naked choke on Johnny Case. I was not surprised whatsoever by that at all. I actually expected it, but I expected it earlier. Here's what I was surprised at. Hector Lombard losing to Neil Magny via TKO. Lombard came out like a fucking monster. He was trying to gorilla fuck Neil Magny to death. Like he was trying to just butt fuck him. And it wasn't like wrestling. It was like he hit him as hard as he could and he got top just wailing on him. Just gorilla fucking Donkey Kong smashes, right? And Neil Magny survives. And look, as soon as I got out of the first round, I thought Neil Magny had it. I thought it'd be a submission. But, dude, Neil Magny came back and put a whooping on Hector Lombard, dude. What'd you think of that fight?
I could have seen where it could have been stopped in the first, but it didn't. It should have been stopped in the first, but it didn't. Surprise me. And then I know in the second, didn't Neil Magny had like 30 plus unanswered shots and the ref didn't break it up?
That ref was awful.
That ref was awful.
I think it was Steve Percival. There was a lot of talk about him on Twitter after that. Whether or not he's worse than Mazzagatti. I think Steve Percival hates Hector Lombard. Maybe Neil Magny as well. Because, unanswered. And some of those hit the back of the head, let's be honest. You know what I mean? Yeah. So he was smashing the shit out of Hector Lombard. And Percival was like, yeah, fuck this guy. We'll just let this go a little longer. Just a little longer.
You having a good day? It was crazy. But, hey, I'm happy for Neil Magny. I thought he was going to get demolished this fight. And, hey, he proved the critics wrong.
Like, for sure, someone's going to make the meme of Percival, like, right next to the guys fighting and shit. Hector Lombard getting smacked around. Yeah. And, hey, for real, the wind sounds like – okay, so real quick, if you guys hear that wind, it's hilarious, okay? Apparently it's windy as shit in Corpus Christi or something. But it sounds like there's a ghost in your room somewhere.
It's right next to me, man.
It really is a great effect. Anyway, so somebody's get that meme of Percival watching the fight and just a thought bubble like – did I turn the stove off? I think I turned the stove off. Maybe I didn't. Oh, wait. That's a fight right in front of me.
That Deadpool thing. Did I turn the stove off?
Yeah, dude. If you haven't seen Deadpool, go see it. Anyway, main event. Mark Hunt with the walk-off knockout. My God, how is that even – how does this man do it?
How do you know? How do you know is my thing. It looked like Frank Mir was trying to defend himself, too, and he just hit him and just turned and just like – so what am I gonna have for dinner tonight?
He lands the punch and then just like sees Frank crumble and he kind of goes and he walks away. Yeah, that's it. It's game. It's over. I'm done. You know. And Frank Mir just crumbled like fuck it. And after the fight, they even thanked Mark Goddard. Yeah. Frank Mir and his team was like, thank you for not letting that shit go on. Cause damn. But Mark Goddard did fuck up a couple times that night too. Let's be honest. So,
oh yeah.
Anyway, so Frank Mir, is he done? You think he's done?
I think he's done. He had a little good run at the end. I think he's done though. But then again, we were saying this about. I was thinking about this for Mark Hunt too. If he lost, is he done? No. It's weird. The heavyweight division's that weird division that old horses can come back.
Yeah, the heavyweight division is because there's no young guys that can actually win right now. But I mean, think about it this way. Look, out of the last 8 fights, Frank Mir is 2-6. Now, I'm not saying he's going to get cut. I am saying Dana White's going to have a little phone call and a chat with Mr. Mir about, hey, dude, you got to cut this shit out. Yeah. You know? Meanwhile, Mark Hunt, he's not going to go for another title shot unless someone gets hurt, I think. Yeah. But, in the last 4, he's 2-2. Lost to the champ, lost to Stipe, knocked out Antonio Silva, knocked out Frank Mir. And at 42 years old, he honestly doesn't seem like he's going to quit anytime soon. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm silently praying that Stipe gets injured and Mark Hunt gets a title shot. I'm
No,
not excited about that fight.
because
I'm not
Verdum would
excited
kill
about
him
that fight.
again.
Well, one, I probably won't be able to watch it. That's a conversation for later,
That
which
sucks.
pisses me off because Anderson's on it later topic. But I don't know. I'm not excited for Verdum Stipe. I'm not excited for a Verdum fight in general.
Yeah, and I haven't been excited about a heavyweight fight since Kane JDS 2. Honestly,
Yeah, that's it exactly.
So, Mike Jar's bringing up something funny, and look, we were all kind of talking about it when not at the weigh-ins, but when at the beginning of the fight, I was talking about it on Twitter. Mike saying on YouTube, Mike saying that muffin top Mir had was ridiculous. He was a fatty. That shit, like you've seen him be thick. You've never seen his belly actually go over his shorts. Yeah, that's hard to do from Frank Mir. And Frank Mir came in at 260 pounds. Now, everyone's like, oh, he's probably injured and he couldn't run, he couldn't do cardio and everything. So, I don't know about that. I think homeboy just ate.
Yeah. You know what I mean? I don't know. Did you see the meme with Mark Hunt just putting his hand out there and it's like, oh, you never been knocked out? Step into my office.
Yeah, I love that. Step into my office. Like, even Mark Hunt retweeted it himself. He's like, that was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So that's your recap. There's no UFC event until April 10th. World Series of Fighting is April 2nd. And Bellator's April 16th.
Yeah.
So we get a nice little break. So motherfuckers go outside, walk your dog, say hello to your kid that you haven't fucking talked to in forever because all you do is watch fights. I'm kidding. Just keep watching fights. Just go to Fight Pass.
Is EBI soon?
EBI is April 14th, 4th, 14th. Yeah, we get it's gonna be a minute, but it's gonna be like a lot of shit crammed together. All right. Let's talk about a few things here. You mentioned the fight. Anderson Silva versus Uriah Hall. A lot of people are making Anderson Silva's headstone already. What do you think?
I am. I'm already making it. It's official. I think Uriah Hall is going to beat him, and that's a first. That's a first coming from me. I know it was rumored that fight was going to happen. I was hoping it wouldn't, and if it did, it happened at 200. So if Uriah Hall did knock him out, it's like a passing of the torch. But I don't know, man. I'm not excited. I'm not excited at all. Okay, so the reason I'm probably not going to be able to watch it too is because it's my girlfriend's graduation night.
You have to go. She's a shit. She's graduating, not you.
All her family's going to be in town, so we're going to be at dinners and shit.
Oh, good. That means they'll be there to be in your place. You're fine.
Exactly. I'm going to go sneak off and watch Anderson Silva get knocked the fuck out real quick by a spinning head kick.
That's what I would do.
But what if Anderson wins? What if he wins? Does he stay? Does he retire?
No, he's got to retire.
He has to retire.
No matter what happens, it's over. There's nothing else. He's proven everything. Really, there's nothing else for him to prove, right?
Yeah. He needs to stop. He's ruining his legacy, in my opinion. Like,
he's starting to.
Yeah, still huge fan. Like, that Bisping fight was a great fight. Really weird fight. I still think he won it, but it was still a good fight. Nick Diaz fight was great, even though controversy on both sides.
Won that. Fuck that.
Nick Diaz did not win that fight.
Yes, he did.
No.
Stockton 209, motherfucker.
But I don't know. Fuck.
Yeah, exactly. My thoughts when I heard about the fight. Fuck.
I posted on my Instagram, like, I don't know how I feel about this. And my buddy's like, he's getting killed. I'm like, yeah, probably.
Well, maybe, Uriah Hall does have a problem pulling the trigger, so it might just be a super boring fight. And it goes decision, and who Silva gets another one. All right, another fight that got made. Thomas Almeida versus Cody Garbrandt. Cody no love.
Great fight.
Awesome.
Great fight. Cody no love, which I think all his wins have come by knockout except for one was decision, and Almeida, who's a fucking beast. So I don't know. Someone's getting knocked down in that fight.
Yeah. Check this out. I just saw this on Twitter. Sarah McMahon versus Jessica I added to Fight Night in Vegas, May 29th.
Jessica.
I didn't know Sarah McMahon's doing UFC.
Yeah.
Oh, and Mike Jarch posted on YouTube. Good looking out, dude. But yeah, dude. Sarah McMahon versus Jessica I.
Yeah.
I mean, Jessica I is probably gonna win that fight, but
yeah, the women's division right now is just at a weird point. It's at a weird point. Like, okay, yeah, they can win. Winner that could get a fucking title shot for all we care now. It's at a weird stagnant point. Misha Tate's champion. Did we ever think we'd say that?
Nope, never. I didn't want it to be said. I honestly did not want her to be champion, and it's not because I dislike her. It's because I dislike Brian Caraway.
Yeah. So
100%. I can't stand the motherfucker. Where you at, Brian? No. Aljamain Sterling wants to fight, bitch. Yeah. All right. And then Dustin Poirier versus Bobby Green. That's gonna be a good fight too.
Yeah. It's gonna be great, and this ghost next to me thinks it's gonna be
It's
great.
so awesome. I wish you could record that right now. I want that shit on this sound. All right. Let's talk about the rumor mill, man. We're hearing about Cyborg versus Kat Zingano. The fuck?
So Cyborg's gonna either destroy or fail another drug test. That's how I feel it's gonna happen.
I think the fight would be in Brazil too. So
yeah, and that's rumored for 200 or 198.
198. 200. Oh, we'll talk about 200 in a second because Andy makes a really good point, and it ties in with the MMA in New York.
Okay.
All right, and then Nate Diaz versus Conor McGregor 2 as a main event of UFC 200. First of all, did you even want to see that fight?
No, I don't. I need a title shot. I need him to either fight Frank Yeager or Jose Aldo or RDA. I need something with a title. I don't want UFC 200 the headline and it not be a title content, like a title changing hands or a title defense. Something. The main event has to be a title defense. Has to be. And if Conor McGregor, if you make that the co-main event or the co-main event, you don't make that the main event.
Andrew says Cyborg versus Conor at 145.
Down.
They can both make the weight. They can make the weight. So why not? Look, if you think about Nate versus Conor, I'm okay with the fight if they do the following.
Yeah.
Let go of the belt. Let go of the belt and have Jose and Aldo and Edgar fight for it on the same card. That's the only way I'll be okay with it.
And above Conor versus Diaz.
That's not going to happen. But ideally, that would be the day. That would be the case, right?
Don't care because that was a way more interesting fight than Conor Aldo. Frank Yeager versus Aldo was a great fucking fight.
I'm still weirded out that Frank Yeager didn't win that fight. I thought he should have won that fight.
It was very, very close. I agree with you though. That was very close.
Yeah. So Nate versus Conor too. I mean, I guess.
Well, you're excited because you get to see Nate Diaz beat the shit out of Conor McGregor.
Here's the thing. I'm a Nate Diaz fan. I'm a Diaz brothers fan. But I don't care for this fight. I just don't. I think Nate beats Conor again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't think the weight has anything to do with it. I think Nate's just better than Conor and can take more punishment than Conor can.
Yeah.
So, all right. Let's talk about the news yesterday, and it ties into UFC 200. MMA is now legal in the state of New York after hours and hours and hours of hilarious and excruciatingly painful testimony from every idiot politician in New York. Finally, at the end, they fucking gave their votes. Now, the best part to me was this. First of all, that one lady that thought that you ever seen that Edmund, that Coach Edmund Twitter, that's a parody?
Yeah.
Okay. This stupid lady was going back and forth with this dude, calling him like a genius and shit, and didn't realize he's a parody account. We all knew it was. Everyone that was following that back and forth knew she was getting fucked with. Nobody told her. Nobody said shit. You know what I mean? Which tells me one thing. This lady has no friends. She has 0 friends. And you should keep it that way because she's stupid as fuck. Then a bunch of fat guys and fat ladies saying, I can't support MMA in New York. You know, then they'll make me have to start walking or whatever the fuck it was. And one guy saying, no, there's going to be MMA in New York. There's going to be violence in the streets. People are going to see MMA and just want to, just start punching each other.
Oh, yeah. That's exactly what happens. Exactly.
Yeah, and he's like, I'm totally against this. And I'm like, and I went on Twitter just fucking mocking this dude. I'm like, this guy's against moving a muscle. He's against banning, what do they call those fucking like little hoverboards? That's the guy that can walk perfectly fine, goes to the grocery store and sits on those fucking little scooters. That's that guy. For sure, right? So, anyway, end of the day, they finally vote. It passes, but they have to explain their vote, or a bunch of them want to explain their vote. And politicians patting themselves on the back is the worst thing ever.
Yeah.
It's irritating. And so, luckily, somebody tweeted out a picture of the votes that were posted immediately on some monitor in the actual place. And that's when we found out, so I could click X on all that shit. But it was hilarious, but excruciatingly painful. But MMA is now legal in New York. Now, why this ties into UFC 200? Andrew Reid has an interesting theory that I thought was bullshit until yesterday. Okay, now that MMA is legal in New York, it kind of, sort of, possibly could be a race to see who has the first event in New York State. Because Scott Coker was like, oh, we've been talking at Barclays Center. Now, Barclays Center is where the Nets play in Brooklyn, and that's Brooklyn, New York. Now, of course, the prize is Madison Square Garden, but you still want to be the first promotion to hold some shit, right?
Yeah.
In New York. So Andrew Reid's been saying it for a while now. He says they make it legal in New York, UFC 200 moves to Madison Square Garden. You think it happens?
No. I don't. 2 reasons. One, the new arena in Vegas is the UFC Center, and they already promoted it, and it's already been in the books that it's going to be the first event in that arena. UFC 200 will be the first event in the arena and the UFC Center, and it's T-Mobile Arena. Hell yeah! But I don't think it's going to happen. Madison Square Garden's not. 200 is not going to be Madison Square Garden. I think the return of Ronda might be in Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, I'm with Andrew on this one, dude. I really do think they would do some shit like that. Like, you can promote whatever you want. And they could. I think there's a good chance it happens. But I mean, if they don't, it makes sense. But I would love to see Scott Coker drop a Bellator at Barclays Center. Now, it won't be Madison Square Garden, but it'll still be New York. Bellator will still fucking go all out with that. I could hear Jimmy Smith going, "This is the first MMA event in New York, a professional MMA event in New York." But yeah, it's kind of crazy. Andrew Reid tweeting over, those assembly members were fucking hilarious, and he's right, because they were just the most. You couldn't even tell they were humans. Like, it didn't seem like they were real. Oh, you froze again. That's nice. It didn't seem like they were real people. It was fucking. They were. I thought I was watching cartoons, and they were just idiots, just spewing out. One guy said that MMA is basically. The guy said MMA is. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I'm back.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm back.
One assembly member said that MMA is basically gay porn. You hear that part?
No, I have not. And that, oh, God damn it.
One motherfucker goes, MMA is basically gay porn. And I'm just like, somebody should put him in a rear naked choke, see how he likes it. Like, fuck
exactly.
It.
Like Cat Williams.
Yeah. If you haven't seen this shit, first of all, oh, shit. Right after this show ends, hit up Twitter and type Cat Williams fight or 7th grader. Okay. First of all, I don't know what the hell this kid said to him, but some 7th grade, little tiny mother, like a youngster, a child, a 7th grader. What's he, 10 years old maybe? 12 years old?
Yeah.
All right. Walks up to Cat Williams, says something to him, and Cat Williams sucker punches him. A grown man hits him right in the face. 2 things. One, you didn't even knock him out. That's a kid. That's like a little jaw, and he popped him right on it, and the kid nothing. Then they got into it. And that little kid takes his back, starts to choke him out and shit before Cat Williams security shows up and helps him out. It was awesome. Go watch Cat Williams get fucked up by a kid. All right.
And what's great, UFC rules, that's a legal fight. Same weight class, same height, everything like that.
Same level of maturity, intelligence.
Oh.
So, it's a fight. It was fucking. Oh, it's a goddamn great video. If you have not seen that shit, you should. Andrew Reid says the gay porn guy was Rosie O'Donnell's brother. I don't know if that's true or not, but he sure looked like it. If you saw some of these guys, dude, honestly, like if you see some of these people that are in the New York Assembly, but also if you look at any politician ever, almost every single one of them's out of shape. Almost every single one. Like Chris Christie, who finally just got some sense and realized he was gonna get his ass whooped in an election. He's a massive human being. He was one of those guys that got that fucking belly band, that gastro whatever the fuck surgery, where they make your stomach smaller using a rubber band. Yeah, he got that and he gained weight. It was sad and embarrassing, and fuck that guy. But regardless, now we're getting off topic again. Mike Drive saying on YouTube, Cat got whooped. Cat got fucked up. Just from look, in fact, Cat lost that as soon as he threw the punch. As soon as he hit that kid, he lost that fight. Not like physically, but because you fought a 7th grader, dude. Like, please stop fucking doing it. Yeah. All right. And then the last thing I want to talk about, I guess, before we just go on and start randomly talking about whatever, ladies and gentlemen, look, I don't take happiness in people's in anybody's misfortune. Okay. But it's like when Conor McGregor or when Ronda Rousey got knocked out, the mountain of shit came at her. It's like when Conor McGregor got choked out or when he tapped out, the mountain of shit went his way. Douchewani apparently got fired. It's about goddamn time. All right. He's awful. Look, again, I don't take pleasure in people's misfortune, but fuck that guy. All right, for real. All right, so look, best part of it is you can now watch FS1 shows without wanting to kill yourself. During the weigh-ins, you know how Dominic Cruz will be like, oh yeah, he trains with so and so, blah blah blah. Brian Stanley will be like, oh, he's a jiu-jitsu black belt, and he's a former Muay Thai champion. And then Ariel Helwani will come out and say some stupid shit like, here's an interesting fact: so and so can masturbate with both hands at the same time, like some stupid shit like that. And Nick froze while he's got the creepiest look on his face. I know you folks can't see it, like, because unless there's like more than 3 of us on, or more than 2 of us on here. But there's a little square right here, and I can see Nick's face. And when it freezes, it looks so weird. I wish I could screenshot it and put it up for you guys. But anyway, are you back?
God damn it! Fuck.
Google Chrome. Fuck you, Google. You've been fucking shit up lately. But yeah, dude, Helwani always came up with the dumbest shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's left-handed, huh? Like, what's that got to do with anything? He likes Pokemon.
He likes Pokemon. I don't know.
So, yeah, man. All right. Just real quick look into the headlines. Yoel Romero to appeal USADA suspension. Does he get
First it? One. No. Hell no.
You think it's upheld?
Yeah.
Because isn't he the one that was like, it was like some shady shit about his test? Or was that some?
Yeah. Else? He said, "Oh, there's something." No, you're done. You're not getting it. Sorry.
Right. Romero failed an out-of-competition drug test in December. His team has claimed that Romero took a dietary supplement that was contaminated with a banned substance. That's on you, motherfucker. Romero, you son of a bitch. That's on you. You should have paid attention. At some point, that little excuse is not going to work. And I guess this is the first one. Or might be the first one. Yeah. Oh, here's a weird one. You tell me what you think. They chose the refs and the judges for UFC, whatever, John Jones and DC. Is that 197?
Yeah.
Okay. They chose the refs and the judges. The ref for the main event, John Jones, was Daniel Cormier 2, none other than our boy Herb Dean. Daniel Cormier had an objection to that, saying that in the last fight, Herb Dean allowed John Jones to stall way too much. And they basically told DC to shut up, and they're keeping Herb Dean as the ref. What do you think of that?
I mean, if the fighter has an objection to it, don't they have to work with them? They don't say no, fuck you. They don't they have to work with them? Brock
Lesnar's camp is famous
for Steve Mazzagatti.
For Mazzagatti, for saying Mazzagatti should never ref again. He will never ref one of my fights. I will kick his ass if he's in there with me, or something like that. Yeah. Oh, he's frozen again. It's all over. Anyway. Yeah, we'll be off soon anyway. So it's a weird thing, but they ignored him. Another thing here off the headlines: Gabby Garcia returns to Rizin in April. Why, Gabby? Stop. Just fucking stop fighting. Go back to being the weirdest fucking giant woman in jiu-jitsu. Don't fucking fight no more. You can't throw hands.
Big John should be the goddamn referee. Bottom line. Fucking internet.
Big John? All right. Real quick. Gabby Garcia returns to Rizin in April. You going to watch it?
Fuck no.
Exactly. That's exactly my point, ladies and gentlemen. That chick can't fight. She almost got knocked out by a pro wrestler who, by the way, who's striking, he's a shit ton better than Gabby Garcia is striking. All right? Gabby Garcia he's just a massive human being that was able to knock her out. Michael Venom Page returns to action at Bellator 153. He was supposed to fight a little while ago.
Yeah, he got injured.
Well, supposedly he got injured. We don't know anything about that, honestly. But he's gonna fight Jeremy Holloway. How many more cans is MVP gonna get before they give him a legit fight?
He's not gonna get a legit fight in Bellator until he signs with the UFC. God damn it, please sign with the UFC until he gets too old, please. And
somebody tweet all that shit to Michael Venom Page.
God damn it. There's so many fights in the UFC I want to see him face. It's great.
Diego Brandao temporarily suspended for marijuana failure.
Shit.
Who did not see that coming?
Oh, yeah. Kimbo and Ken Shamrock failed.
So good. It was so good. Apparently, taking steroids does not stop you from losing a fight after getting nut shotted.
Yeah.
Andrew Reese says, tell everyone to go to a live Muay Thai event. I'm with that 100%. I've actually been to a couple Muay Thai events here locally. While not the highest level Muay Thai, live Muay Thai is fun as hell to watch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even if it's amateurs, the first, the one I went to was here in Chandler, in Arizona. And it was the first 4 or 5 fights were just amateurs. Even those guys were entertaining as hell. You know what I mean? Not to mention, nothing makes you cringe more than to see or feel like, because I've trained, I fucking felt what a leg kick is, but to see a high-level Muay Thai fighter leg kick somebody and then see their leg immediately turn red, like within like half a second. It was awesome. So, but Andrew Reed's a big fan of Muay Thai as well as us, and he went to a Muay Thai event. He actually put up videos of it, and yeah, actually, it was on YouTube. I forgot. I'm sure I'm gonna have to find him and retweet him, but yeah, I'm with Andy for sure. Everyone should go to a Muay Thai event if it's nearby at some point in their life because it's fun as hell. All right, real quick, how do you feel about MMA in New York being legal? And by that, I mean you're in Texas, I'm in Arizona.
Congratulations! Finally, we have all 50 states. But the only people that are excited are Chris Weidman and
John
Matt Serra. And John
Matt Serra. There's that video that seems fake as hell when Matt Serra goes, "Did you hear the news? Is it real or is it true?" And Chris Weidman was like, "What?"
Yeah, it's fake as shit.
It's so awful.
Fake as shit.
It's just awful.
Just cheer. It would have been a cooler video if they were just cheering. Like,
yeah, just fucking be cool about it. All right, and then here's the thing. The reason I said, do you even care? I'm in Arizona. I don't give two shits about MMA being legal in New York. Now, I'm very happy for the folks on the East Coast that are going to go to those events now because it's been a long time coming. There's no reason why the biggest media market in probably the planet doesn't have MMA. You know what I mean? So, about goddamn time. All right, last thing we'll talk about real quick. Husama Paharis is back, maybe. Apparently, he has signed with Bellator, the same promotion that signed just Mayhem Miller.
Bellator?
Bellator.
Bellator.
Venator. So he signed with Bellator, and he's been booked to fight against somebody named Emil Meek at Bellator FC3. But it turns out World Series of Fighting is gonna try to stop him from fighting. So
who fucking cares?
That was my exact reaction. Nobody cares.
Who cares? And if he fights again, and if he gets someone in a heel hook and breaks their ankle, he should be arrested. Fuck that guy.
Jesse's on the YouTube saying fighters can. Okay, he's talking about the DC and Herb Dean says fighters can request not to have a ref. And yeah, but he didn't. I mean, the way I heard it, he didn't really actually make the request. He just mentioned that he was uneasy about it or something like that because of the last fight. So then
Monday.
Huh?
Monday there will be a different ref.
Yeah, right. It'll be Big John. Then Jesse says Gabby versus Wanderlei Silva. You might as well make Gabby versus Cyborg at that point. Why don't they make that fucking fight? That should be obviously different promotions, but there should be like a way for Cyborg to ask the UFC for her release and then go fight Gabby Garcia. That's a fight I would watch that because it would be two Brazilians with minimum striking ability, and you guys can hate me all you want to. I still don't think Cyborg is anything special even on the feet. I just think she's just incredibly strong and better than most of the females in striking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I will say this: she's better than Ronda at striking for sure.
Definitely.
But anyway, and then Jesse says MVP, the ultimate can crusher. Unfortunately, get your ass to UFC. Then Jesse says just not lion fights because they don't pay. Oh yeah, did you hear about that? Lion fights doesn't pay. One of their champions had to sell her belt to pay bills.
Yeah, I saw that. That's crazy.
It's fucked up. We're 2016, motherfuckers. Catch up. Meta Morris, you two assholes. I'm not paying you shit. I keep getting emails from Meta Morris like, oh, buy our pay-per-view. We have tickets for the live event, ranging from $80 to $300 goddamn dollars. Fuck you. You know what? I don't care. You guys' future, and at some point, Meta Morris is gonna just implode. It's got to. You can't not pay your fighters. You just can't not. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, and then Paharis is fighting Tonin in 2 weeks. Yeah, Paharis. Who's about Paharis going to take on Gary Tonin at Polaris, I think. Jiu-Jitsu. In a couple weeks. It's going to be awesome. Definitely worth watching because Gary Tonin is leg lock specialist. Who's about Paharis likes leg locks and knee bars and all that shit. So it's going to be fun as hell to watch. Then Jesse says, yep, they have crazier president than Dana. He makes Dana look like the Pope. He's talking about Bellator. Bellator does have kind of a crazy president. And then he says Cyber would kill Gabby Garcia in 10 seconds, and I agree. Gabby Garcia is awful. I mean, look, I'm not saying she can't get better. I'm saying right now she's pretty bad.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for us tonight. Thank you for tuning in. I know it's a short show, but there wasn't really a lot to go on. We will be back this week, of course. Tomorrow night, the Spanish show, myself, Jesse Rubalcaba. Then, well, no MMA this weekend, so we'll figure out what the fuck we talk about. All right. So for Nick Pilecki, you can follow him at NickXMicro. Follow me at Elaw31. And we're going to start a new Twitter for Nick's Ghost at Nick's Ghost on Twitter. And he froze just in time. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go. Have a good one. Andrew, thanks for tuning in. Mike, Jesse, everybody that tunes in and watches the shows, we really, really appreciate it. And we will catch you guys in the next one. See ya.